Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Techie Racer here, and in today's video, I was going to go over some stuff, some updates, and changes and stuff we're going to be doing. Uh, I guess I should start off with the reason there hasn't been anything as of lately is because I was sick for the past couple. I say about 2 weeks ago, I was sick. I'm just now starting to feel better. I've been able to go and do stuff here the past couple of days, but I hadn't had the energy to record. So I'm doing better now, and we're okay. I'll just get straight to the point. The changes that are coming is, well, for starters, we're not going to be doing this NASCAR Forza Cup Series this year. It's just gotten real complicated, and we just been having such a hard time trying to find people, and plus the support hasn't really been there. We I've been going through some hard times with trying to talk to people and all this type of stuff, and it just ain't been working out. We Yeah, it just not been so good for me, especially with having, all those mental problems and all that, which I am currently on medicine for. So changes that we're going to be doing is we're not going to be doing the series on Horizon anymore because I'm not the best at making the tracks as accurate as I can. There's been a lot of negative feedback on that. So just not going to do it anymore. So on Horizon anymore, even though it was kind of fun, but a lot of people have said they just didn't like it. So I'm going to be changing it over to the Motorsports series. Now with that, we have a few of the actual tracks that they go to if they still have them. Because I know Forza has been going through a lot of licensing issues. So I'm kind of hoping they still have them. And so with that, we're not going to be having just 12 cars anymore. Instead, from my understanding, the car list will be up to about 40 or 43 drivers can be in an online session for a race. That's a full field. So I thought of doing that, and we talked, and it'll be difficult, just like it was trying to get 12. But it might be doable this time because it's on the actual, or have the actual tracks and all that. We're still going to be using the actual stock production cars. We're not going to be using the NASCARs. Or the stock cars, as they say. Excuse me. So, we're still going to be using the 2017 Chevrolet Camaro ZL1, the 2024 Mustang Shelby GT500, and the Dodge Charger Hellcat, the 2015 model, which I kind of wish that we had the newer model. And we'll also be adding a fourth manufacturer into the series. We're bringing in the Toyota. Now, I don't know there's going to be a Toyota Camry in the new game, but more likely they'll have the Toyota Supra. I'll bring that up from Xfinity to Cup. So that should be fun to have. And we're also going to be adding some new teams and bringing back some of the old ones. Some that are no longer around. So for nostalgic purposes, which I hope would be kind of fun to have some of those old teams back. and old numbers and stuff like that, and old sponsorships. Just to name off a few, some of the teams will have 2311, which will have the 23 car and the 67 car. There's a reason there's not going to be a 45 car in there. The reason that there's no 45 car is because I'm also bringing back one of the old teams, Petty Enterprise. I know that it's now Legacy Motorsports. Legacy Motor Club. I keep wanting to say Motorsports for some reason. But for nostalgic purposes, I decided to change it back to Petty Enterprises, which had the 43 and the 45. So I think that would be interesting to have. And some of the other old teams I'm bringing back is Michael Waltrip Racing, which will have the 55, the 44, and the 00 when they first started. And we'll also, the big team I'll be bringing back, and it's the fan favorite, I'm hoping I don't get in trouble for it, is DEI, Dale Earnhardt Incorporated, which will have the 1, the 8, and the 15. And some of the other ones I'll be also bringing back is Bill Davis Racing, Furniture Row, and Red Bull Racing, whenever they were a thing. And NASCAR, yeah, I'll be bringing that back too. Let me just open up my files real quick because I got all the names of the cars. Not cars, but teams. Obviously, we'll have RCR, RFK, Robert Yates Racing. I already said Robert Yates Racing. Spire Motorsports. The 7 to 77. Furniture Row. Germain Racing. Chip Ganassi Racing. Wood Brothers Racing. Bill Davis. BAM Racing. Beard Motorsports. JGT Doherty. I keep saying it wrong. JTG. There we go. Levine Family Racing. Motor Racing Networks. Sorry. I think I already said Stuart Haas. And also PPI Motorsports. So, if there's any other team that you want to see that I don't have listed, let me know down in the comments that you want to see to come back. And the numbers are, well, actually, it's a ton of numbers. I'm not going to name them all, but except for the ones I just named earlier. So, yeah. Also, I forgot Evernham Racing. So the series will now be a mix of modern day NASCAR and early 2000s NASCAR. So it'll be a mix of those. So, for example, with Evernham Racing, they had the 9, the 91, and the 19. Well, current day NASCAR, the 9 is with Hendricks. So I'm changing the 9 back to Evernham Racing, and I'm bringing back the 25 car for Hendricks. So some good nostalgic there. And no disrespect to Chase Elliott fans, but hey, also, didn't Bill Elliott drive the 9 car, the 9 Dodge car? So you still have an Elliott. Also, with the 19 car, the 19 is currently driven by Martin Truex and Joe Gibbs Racing. So I'm bringing that number back to Evernham Racing. And I'm bringing in the 54 car, which replaced the actual 18 car in actual NASCAR. in which I was not a big fan of when they announced that. I was like, the 18 car is the flagship of Joe Gibbs Racing. You have to have an 18 car. And the reason there's no Trackhouse Racing is because, well, they are currently using numbers that I want to use for nostalgic purposes. So, like I said, the ones with DEI now, and for the 99, that's going back to RFK, which back then was known as Roush Fenway Racing. So when they had the 99, cousin Carl Edwards, just to let people know. So that is some of the changes that we'll be doing. Some of the races, we might not be able to do all the races because depending on how many tracks are actually in game, I'm hoping they'll still have Daytona, Indianapolis, and Homestead. I'm really hoping they'll still have those. I think they have Charlotte as well. I can't remember, but they have the Charlotte Roval, I think. Which I'm kind of hoping they'll have also the oval circuit, which that would be fantastic if they did. Which they've been shush on information and stuff like that. They've been keeping real secret. It's kind of good, but also kind of nervous. It's like, oh boy, where are we going to be getting, and what we're not going to be getting. So I'll be making. I've been talking to some people, and some people have been really, really helpful. Some people actually have been helpful with this. So hopefully, sometime next year we'll be able to do the series again. But for right now, we're just not going to do it because I really need to figure this out, and also when the new game comes out, see if it does have the tracks and what we can do. Stuff like that. We might be able just to have about 10 races. If they have more possible tracks, that would be kind of good. I think the series now might be just mainly road courses and a few ovals. We may have 3 ovals at best. Not a real big fan of road courses, but I can learn how to drive on them. Won't be too bad. And also with the new simulations and all that, it should be really helpful. If you want to be a part of this series, let me know down in the comments. Let me have your send me your gamer tag, and I'll put you down, and I'll let you choose from a list of car numbers that we have and what team you want to drive for. For me, I'm still sticking with Hendricks as the 48. I think Panda will most likely stick with his 24 car and the Exalta team with Hendricks. I was talking to Sivas, and he wouldn't mind driving the 9 car for Aronham Racing. So yeah, we have a bunch of car numbers to choose from, and the designs will still be made by me because I still feel, because that still brings me somewhat calmness. It does keep me calm to make these designs and all that. So I'm hoping everyone will be okay with that. The tunes will be made by someone else this time because I realized that the tunes I made were not so good. So the tunes will be made by someone else, and he drew really good. Like, I think, my gosh, he has over 100,000 downloads of tunes. So hopefully everyone will be okay with that. And also, you also will be able to get some practice with the tunes and the tracks as well. And also this time, from the new features, there's actually a qualifying session. So this time, if we have over 50 cars, only 40 or 43 of those can't participate in the race. But don't get discouraged or upset that you didn't make the race. There's always the next time Just don't up and leave if you didn't make the race. Just don't be discouraged by that or something. Just don't get upset, please. I'm begging. It's all just for fun. I mean, keep that in mind. It's just for fun. I'm also I'm gonna put up to a vote if we should run the full laps, if that is an option, if they do include that, or if it's still gonna be just the max 50. Which, if it's still the max 50, I'll run some tests depending on how long it takes me to get around the track of Daytona. Just for example, Daytona, use it for example. If it takes me about 20 minutes to get around 50 laps on that track, well, 20 minutes won't be a problem. But if it takes longer, I will decrease the laps. And if anyone wants to do the full 200 laps, that is an option. But if they don't, we won't do it. So that's about all I got to say. Thank y'all, everyone, for being patient. I did realize that we did also hit 72 subscribers. So we're getting close to 100. I think we're about 20 subscribers away from it. So if you do like this video, make sure to hit the subscribe button. You're coming back anyway if you're watching this. Be sure to leave a like. And if you want to be a part of this, let me know down in the comments and drop your gamer tag. And that'll do it for today. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you at the racetrack. Good day, everyone.